Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Retirement SOS. I'm Ernie.
And I'm Beth.
And I've been retired now for about 3 months, and it's just a short period of time. But what's happened during that time is that we've had 3 unexpected expenses occur in 3 months.
So earlier in the year, when we worked on our budget, we thought we did a pretty good job, but it ended up that we vastly underestimated our expenses.
Well, let me tell you about the first one, and this is going to be a little bit painful. And I'm holding my chin and my cheek because this involves the dentist. And let's just say that my teeth aren't in the greatest of shape, but I was a little shocked about the amount of work that I was going to need to get done. And unfortunately, we did not budget any money in our retirement budget for for dental expenses and emergency dental expenses. And what happened to me is that I had a root canal that needed to be done quite quickly. I was getting pain in my tooth. So I went to the dentist, got everything checked over, had the root canal done. The next step will be a crown. But meanwhile, there were a lot of other little things that needed to be done. And as I said, we did not budget any money. So what's going to happen is by the time I'm done with the dentist, we're going to drop around $4,700, which is quite a bit of money when you haven't budgeted for it. But I do need a lot of this dental work
to get done.
Yeah, you have to get it done because it's basically if you have bad teeth, then that could affect your health overall.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I totally understand why a lot of people in Canada and the US, when they vacation in Mexico, will actually make an appointment with a dentist down there. And the cost of dental work, especially when you have a lot to be done, is about half the price.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I like my dentist, though. I've been seeing the same dentist since I was 18. I don't know about going to Mexico.
Yeah, I like my dentist too, but I figured I'll get it all done here in Canada. We are not going to Mexico.
No.
And also, if you live in Western Europe or one of the Scandinavian countries, the place to go to is Hungary for cheap dental work. And once again, just like Mexico, it's about half the cost and you're going to save thousands of dollars. So Beth, tell us about the second element of our retirement budget where we didn't estimate enough money.
Well, that would be in the rising cost of food. Our grocery bill has really gone up. I don't think we budgeted nearly enough. No. In our area, the cost of meat has gone up by at least 20%, and general groceries are up by about 10 to 15%. I don't think we've seen costs like this in close to 20 years. Yeah. Our son moved out a while back, and so it's really only the 3 of us at home, and our grocery bill is never less than $200, sometimes even more.
Yeah, and I think it's just going to get worse.
That's true. So we're managing, but I can't imagine what it's like for seniors that are struggling on a budget even lower than ours. I mean, they must be visiting food banks and having to stretch their meal budget into several different meals. I think inflation must be having a devastating effect on seniors that are really struggling financially. So we should all remember to support our local food banks.
And we're talking about Canada. And I just read a statistic that about 25% of seniors are living below the poverty line. So as you said, Beth, let us all support our food banks and help the less fortunate out.
So Ernie, what's the last thing we under budgeted for?
Well, Beth, as you know, we had 2 major repairs scheduled. Both actually involve outside of the house. The first project we actually did an excellent job of budgeting, and that was replacing some bricks, especially around where the ground is. We didn't want water coming in the winter. But where we didn't do a very good job in terms of our budgeting was our deck. And our deck is fairly old, and we just really needed some repairs. We didn't think that we needed a whole new deck. So what we did is we started calling out these contractors, and one by one, all they wanted to do was knock our current deck down and replace the whole thing. But we stuck to our guns and we said we just wanted to repair the railings, replace the railings, and we had some floorboards that needed done. And if that would have just been all, everything would have been fine. Our foundation on our deck was in very, very good shape and very strong. But what happened, we had some unexpected circumstances. And that's the last thing you want to hear, because you know that's going to cost you money.
Yeah.
And the unexpected circumstances translated into steps. So we have a top level. You go down, what, 3 or 4 steps to the main level, and then you go down to the ground. Well, apparently both steps were not in good shape. We thought they were looking at them, but the contractor insisted that he had to replace them. And what are you going to do? It became a safety issue. So we had those steps replaced. It cost us some big dollars. We went approximately about 18% over our budget. So I think maybe the lesson learned here is that we were kind of excited because we found a contractor that would do a repair rather than replace the whole deck. So we went into it a little bit too quickly. Also, I think we should have had a better and more detailed quote and had more quotes. And I think we would have been able to budget better and then decide if we wanted to do this project, let's say this year, or perhaps maybe waited another year. But it was tough.
Timing too. Lumber prices here in Canada anywhere at an all-time high. So no matter how many quotes we got, it would have been very expensive. Well, it was very expensive
Yes, it was.
to do.
Yeah. It's just amazing how quickly it adds up when you have those unexpected circumstances.
Plus, I think there's labor issues. I just think all work that you get done around your house right now is more expensive than it was prior to the pandemic. There's
Yes.
labor shortages, material shortages. Everything's more expensive.
Well, lesson learned. We'll move on.
So as you can see, we spent more money than we wanted to, and it just demonstrates how easy it is that money can fly out of your bank account if you're not careful. And sticking to a budget can be challenging.
We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you found it informative. And don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be informed of future videos about retirement coming out later on. And we've got some real good ones for you. So until next time,
Thanks for watching.
bye-bye.